Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we untangle the messy world of corporate finance, and sometimes it seems like companies can't even decide when they want to tell us their financial news. This is a pretty interesting filing, an amendment to a previous report, which means something changed, and usually when it comes to money matters, that is worth paying attention to. We're looking at an update from GBank Financial Holdings Incorporated. They've changed a date, but let's see if there is more to this story. Before we jump in, if you like these clear breakdowns of complex financial documents, make sure you are subscribed, and we've got a great community over on Discord, linked in the description below, where we chat about all things finance. So, what is actually happening here? This report is an amendment, meaning they are correcting or adding information to a filing they already made. The original report was all about GBank Financial Holdings Incorporated, or GBank as they're known. They're a Nevada-based company, and their stock trades on the Nasdaq under the ticker symbol GBFH. The initial filing, back on the 23rd of October 2025, was meant to announce when they would release their financial results for the third quarter of 2025. They initially said they would release these numbers after the market closed on Monday, the 27th of October 2025. But now, they've pushed that date back by just one day, so instead of Monday, the 27th of October, they're now set to release their third quarter 2025 financial results after the market closes on Tuesday, the 28th of October 2025. It is a small change, but it is important because investors and analysts use these dates to plan their schedules and prepare their analyses. This particular section talks about Regulation FD, which is all about making sure companies share important information with everyone at the same time, avoiding giving any one person or group an unfair advantage. In this case, they're simply updating the timing of their earnings release. So, on the 23rd of October, they told the world they'd be releasing their third quarter results on the 27th of October and holding their earnings call on the 29th of October. And this amendment just tweaks that release date to the 28th. What is interesting, or perhaps a bit reassuring, is that the timing of their quarterly earnings call, which is when they actually discuss the results and answer questions, remains unchanged. That call is still scheduled for Wednesday, the 29th of October. This suggests the delay was likely a logistical one, not a sign of any major problems with the numbers themselves. This section lists the documents attached to this filing. We've got Exhibit 99.1, which is the actual press release announcing this updated date. And then there is the cover page of the filing itself, formatted for electronic data. Looking at the company structure, GBank Financial Holdings Incorporated is the parent company and GBank is the actual bank. They are listed as an emerging growth company, which means they get to follow some slightly less strict reporting rules for a while. For example, they can choose to delay adopting new accounting standards. There isn't a deep dive into financial tables in this specific amendment, as it is solely about correcting a date. However, these reports usually follow more substantial filings where the actual financial figures are presented, based on the initial report, which this amends. GBank stock is traded on the Nasdaq, a major exchange. This indicates they are a publicly traded company, subject to the watchful eyes of regulators and investors. In terms of the actual story here, it is a minor adjustment. Companies sometimes reschedule earnings calls or release dates due to unforeseen circumstances, perhaps an auditor needing more time, or a significant event happening that they want to incorporate into their commentary. While a one-day delay isn't a red flag on its own, for investors, every detail matters. It's how we gauge a company's transparency and operational efficiency. The fact that the earnings call date remains the same is a good sign, suggesting the core results are prepared and the company is ready to discuss them, just with a slightly adjusted timetable for the initial announcement. When we look at companies like GBank Financial Holdings Incorporated, the key is always to watch what happens after the actual financial results are presented. This amendment is just a small piece of the puzzle. We need to see those numbers for the third quarter of 2025 to understand the company's performance. Are deposits growing? Are loans performing well? Is the bank making money? That old saying, a watch pot never boils, might apply here, but for investors, waiting for crucial financial data can feel like an eternity. So, what does this all mean? GBank Financial Holdings Incorporated initially planned to share its third quarter financial results on Monday, the 27th of October 2025. But they've pushed this back by a single day to Tuesday, the 28th of October 2025. The earnings call remains on Wednesday, the 29th of October 2025. This is a very minor change and likely due to logistical reasons rather than any major issues with the financials themselves. It is a reminder that even in the world of corporate finance, sometimes things just need a slight adjustment. Now, looking at this filing more broadly, GBank appears to be following the standard procedures for a publicly traded company. They're providing updates as required, even minor ones. The fact that this is an amendment points to a diligent effort to ensure accuracy in their disclosures, which is a positive. The main takeaway is that we're still waiting for the actual financial results, and when they do come out, we'll be decoding them for you right here. Keep an eye on those numbers scheduled for release on the 28th of October. Alright, that is our quick rundown of this GBank filing. What is your expectation for their Q3 results based on what you know about the broader economic climate for banks right now? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found this update helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more corporate document breakdowns. And don't forget to join our growing community on Discord, link in the description. Thanks for watching, see you next time.